Arsenal fans around the world, welcome back to your boys channel. Welcome back to the Arsenal Roundup. In this video, we'll be diving into latest stories surrounding the world of Arsenal. Let's get right into this video. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the Arsenal stories concerning the Arsenal and also some team stories that you need to know about, including also preparation ahead of the January transfer window, which of course it's just very fast approaching. I mean, we're talking about matter of 2 months, then we'll have the opening again of the transfer window. So guys, going by the results so far this season, yes, we tested our first defeat in the Premier League, and in fact for the club in 6 months. And I mean, in the league we have been very consistent, unbeaten so far until the Bournemouth controversial game, which of course, well, let's just leave that. We've discussed that in our last video, and now what we want to discuss now is what are the areas we need to improve going forward, especially because the fact that the transfer window, of course, in January will offer some certain players available in the market. So who do you think we should sign or bring in before the end of that one, and who should Arsenal bring in? We have been hearing some names we are going to discuss already in this video, so let's get right into it. We all watched the game against Bournemouth, and immediately after William Saliba got that red card, Arteta was a bit reluctant to bring in a new defender. One of the reasons is because we don't have some of his trusted players in that position, someone like Timber, who of course will come in and offer top quality just like William Saliba to a great extent. And we also don't have at that moment Takehiro Tomiyasu, who recently picked up another injury as a setback as he was recovering from his initially reported injury. So the only available option on the bench was the likes of Mikel Arteta, Jacob Kiwior, and Arteta had to make the decision to bring in Jacob Kiwior, and we all know what happened in that Bournemouth game. He was unable to keep up with the pace of the game. Initially, it looked decent, but in the long run, he had a wrong pass, a very short pass to the goalkeeper, which the attacker of Bournemouth tried and capitalized on, and Raya tried to get involved, and that led, of course, to a penalty which was awarded, and they scored their second goal. So guys, because of the fact that we are unable to rely much on those options on the bench, do you feel Arsenal should add more defensive to the current defensive strength we already have of Timber, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Tomiyasu, Ben White, and the likes? Now, when you look at this team, do we still need cover in the defensive position because of the fact that we are not able to rely much on Jacob Kiwior? This is not the first time he has come into games and looked shaky, though he has also put on decent performances when called upon from the bench. But like I said, because we are unable to totally rely on him, we'll bring in a new cover in January. Now, moving on also, ahead of our next game, let's just hope Timber is back so that Arsenal could field Ben White in centre back and Timber on right back, or Timber on centre back and Ben White on right back. Anyhow, Arteta wants to play that one out to partner Gabriel Magalhaes in the midfield in our next game against Liverpool, because Arteta, of course, needs to consider his options, because now that we don't have William Saliba available for that game because of the red card he got against Bournemouth, we need to look for alternatives. So let's just hope Timber is back fit and early enough to make that game against Liverpool, which of course will be an all-important game. We're going to discuss more on that on a match preview on that one. So guys, going into January, like I said, should we get a new cover for William Saliba? Jacob Kiwior is one of our left-footed centre-back that could play that position, but of course, personally for me, I don't really blame him too much, because I feel he exerts more on left back role or left centre back. He's using a left foot as his favorite foot, so issues as such could arise because it's not comfortable, probably too comfortable in that position. So guys, what do you feel Arsenal should work on in January regarding this situation? Should we bring in a new cover who is of course right footed And do you feel Arsenal should slot back Ben White in that position if need be, instead of going into the market? Let me know what your own thoughts are in the comment section down below. Alright, moving on. What do you make of Mikel Arteta's performances so far in an Arsenal shirt? He's come on as substitution in 2 games and he started the game against Bournemouth. How do you rate his performance so far in an Arsenal shirt? Personally, for me, your boy, I feel he's been fair, not at his best, because he's still adapting, and probably just like somebody also mentioned, that the fact that the Premier League is a lot faster league than Spanish La Liga or even Spain national team, the way they play, because in the Premier League you don't have enough time to think too much when you have the ball, and his style of game, he loves to hold on to the ball, try and dictate tempo. That's the way he plays. He has nice control of the ball. I've seen that. He has good understanding and good intelligence to read players' movements. I mean, on-running players that can trade passes to and stuff. So, but at the moment, he's still getting used to the system of Arteta, getting used to the Premier League, and also getting linked to English football. So, guys, let's just give him more patience. But what are your own thoughts on Mikel Arteta so far? Our 35 million signing from Mauricio Sarr. What do you feel about his positioning, gameplay, and of course his performances so far in an Arsenal shirt? And finally, before we go, ahead of the transfer window of January, Arsenal could probably look to tie up the contract of William Saliba and Thomas Partey, because they are already attracting interest from the likes of Real Madrid and Juventus respectively. Thomas Partey is entering into the final year of his contract, and of course, so far this season he's looked very important in our midfield. He's been dictating, be at the center of all of our movement and our play, and of course I have not adopted the Ghanaian international ever, because I know the quality he possesses is very rare in modern day football. So you have Busquets, you have Thomas Partey, you have Rodri. Those people, those game changers in the midfield, you don't get to get them every time, everywhere you go. So I would love Arsenal to keep him at Arsenal. But what are your own thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, William Saliba also, because of his impressive performances so far, Gabriel Magalhaes have been tied on to new contracts. So William Saliba is just fair enough because of his performances, and of course also to water down certain interests coming from Spain for him. We need to tie him up to a longer contract, so the player himself will be able to focus more on our football club. So these are the moves Arsenal are planning before the opening of the transfer window in January. Alright guys, we're going to see in our next video. So guys, that will be the end of the Arsenal roundup today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you are watching us from YouTube, and also please follow, like and also share this video guys. Please share this video to reach more Arsenal fans, so that we can also be encouraged to bring in Arsenal updates for you on this page and on this channel. We'd like to see you in our next video. Until then, your boy is out.